Hello, hi. I'm filming this video just as a reminder of how much each one of us needs to strive towards minimalism in the kitchen. Just going minimal in the kitchen, like having a few pots only, one or up to two sets of glasses, cups, and dishes, is actually going to make your life easier. Maybe not that much by cleaning everything very often, but definitely in the part of not wasting any time actually to take things under control, to tackle mess, to not let everything build up. So you don't want mess to build up, you don't want dirtiness to build up in your home, especially not in your kitchen, because this is the place where all the food that you eat comes out, and food needs to come from a clean place, a place of serenity and relaxation, and not from a place that is dirty and stressful and kind of secretly hate it, because it gives you so much extra work and so much hard times. So yeah, going minimal is easier said than done, especially if you're not living at home alone, and especially if you're taking care for your family. And in any case, you can, and all of us can, actually scan the kitchen just to see what is there. What is there? How many cups do you have? How many cups do you need? Do you really need 2 dishwash loads of plates? Like, do you really need that? Are there any plates and cups and pans that you never get to use? Like they sit on the bottom of the shelf, and you always use like the first two or three, and these guys over here are just there's just dust getting layered all on top of them, because you always just switch the upper parts. So if you live in this kind of clutter, you may find very difficult to find the proper places for certain things in the kitchen that you need all times. So especially if you have a small kitchen like I have here with only one side of wardrobes and working space and everything. So here I'm really having a hard time. I need to move something to make room to put another thing that I need to use, and so on. So having half empty cupboards actually helped me a lot to manage all this, because whatever you don't need to have it outside, you can just put it in the cupboard and have it like done. And then one very interesting option is trying to sell your stuff online, especially if you live in a place where you have like eBay and good and reliable post services, so you don't need to think twice. It's not always about the money that you're going to receive from selling the extra stuff that you own, although sometimes if you take this task like very seriously, you can make a nice amount of money. But consider this kind of activity as a double value. So it gives you freedom, it gives you free space, it gives you less clutter, and then it gives you some extra cash. It is very hard to depart from many objects that you might feel emotional about. And one really needs to take his time with this kind of objects. So it may take like layering of your property, you know, like pass a scan through your wardrobe, through your cupboard, through all these places that you have like very full with stuff. Take a glance and pick out like 3 items out of each shelf that you, if someone says it is your life or these 3 items, which are the ones that you will just, you know, give them away. You know, if a good friend comes and says, I need a cup, I need a glass, I need a dish, and I cannot return them, which are the ones that you're happy to give to a friend and don't expect them in return. Pick these items first and start the selling process or the donating process or the gifting away process with this kind of items. Just, you know, let it build up. So once that starts, you will figure out that you can once again, without these 3 cups, still open the cupboard and still find few more, and then you will be left with like 10 or 20 cups maybe that you kind of actually like and that you actually want to use or have certain sentimental value for you. So first pick up the ones that you want to use like every day, because, you know, in example, I have more than 20 cups and I drink coffee and tea like 4 or 5 times a day, okay? And this means that if I don't use the same cup, I will use it like I will use 5 of them, you know. And then it is kind of getting like really annoying to expect that you would use like that I would use like all 20 of them because I will need to spend like 40 days only drinking coffee and tea and not washing my dishes to be able to, you know, use like simultaneously 20 cups. So obviously I don't need 20 cups. So what I'm gonna do, I will first take off few, like 3 of them, put them aside, sell them, gift them, bring them up to another place where I go often, like a friend's house or I don't know, a weekend house or to the church or to the office or anywhere, you know, just get rid of them like physically to be away from my comfort, away from my house. And then when I will check all the others, I will take like, okay, so I will take 3 maybe that I really love. So these are the ones that I'm actually using every day. And then all of the others, so I got rid of 3, I'm keeping 3, and all of the other ones are like in between. So these are like 10, 14 cups, let's say, 14 cups in my case. And what I'm gonna do is track back the story of each of them in my mind. Like, okay, I bought this when I was on this very nice vacation. I bought this, my mother gave it to me for my 16th birthday. So or I've been traveling around and moving many flats with this little cup only. So this is like, you know, this cup knows the story of my adventures and lifetime and whatever. So I will just, you know, name what actually keeps me to this certain cup, and then I will kind of try to weigh whether certain stories have a greater extent of emotional indulgence for myself or a lesser one. And then I will pick up like the few other ones that really have this lesser impact. You know, like if I was about to pick everything up from this cupboard that I can actually carry and need to run and never look back, which are the items that I'm going to pick, you know. And this way I will weigh like around a half of, I will decide which half of the rest of the cups I will not use. So here it is the same Marie Kondo principle, you know, like if it sparks joy, if it means something, if it brings up good emotions. If it hasn't, you know, you need to just let it go, you know, you need to validate the story of this cup and let it go. And this is a huge emotional process that we've been putting off with all of the things that we own. And that is why we live in a clutter, we live in a mess, and I need personally like 40 minutes to clean up my kitchen every day instead of like maybe 10 or 20 minutes only. Yeah. So I hope this kind of gives you the pushback that you need to search for much wanted Marie Kondo content and decluttering content, and you know, just don't put off things. Don't put off. No one actually was sad or unhappy or grumpy all day long because they uncluttered too fast, you know. Don't put off. Open one cupboard, check out one shelf, get rid of half of the things that are there. You don't need to go straight forward to minimalism. You don't need to leave yourself with one cup only, you know. In the beginning, just tackle them bit by bit and aim somewhere in the middle. If you have 20, aim to have 10. Okay? Okay, so it was very nice filming this video for you, and yeah, I hope this inspires you to declutter, to get rid of all the unwanted things and face all the things you want but you don't have enough things in your life for them. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in the next video. Bye.